Good morning. Before I forget to vlog again, because yesterday I just forgot everything again, as usual. So today is the first day of the Food Bank Leadership Institute, or the conference here in Mexico. And yeah, I'm excited to experience this for the first time. Today also is the panel that I'll be participating. It'll be in the afternoon. I will be talking about data. And I'm also excited about that. I hope I don't get nervous. And I hope that I would be able to convey all the messages that I really need to say on that panel. But I look forward to that experience, whether if I do good or not. It's an experience that I'm looking forward to. And so right now I'm going down to have breakfast and meet some people there. All right.
I have the privilege of being the president and CEO.
Because they are a bit forced by that.
We realized during COVID.
Highest typhoon recorded in history in 2013 hit us.
Your mission, which is truly nothing less of making sure that we get to the point where no one goes to bed hungry, nobody goes to bed malnourished. I think James can really help us understand that's the goal, and we don't want anyone spending less time on that. But as a new food bank, relatively new food bank, I think SOS has done an amazing job creating a platform and maybe capturing data and illustrating in a really productive way that helps donors, industry leaders, policymakers. Will you tell us a little bit about that? A dashboard, that's what I was thinking. You have a dashboard.
Yes. So the data that exists in Scholars of Sustenance has two primary functions. One is to influence the way we make decisions. And second is the relevance of data in donor relation management. So I'm going to tackle the first one first. So in SOS, we have three primary numbers. That's total kilograms, total number of meals, and total number of CO2 reduction equivalent. And from those three major numbers, it gets expanded. It gets broken down into many different subcategories. And breakdowns such as food source, food types, nutritional value, urgency indicator index for our communities, the number of hours for volunteers, even the fuel cost for operational excellence. And there's so much more. We have created this dashboard to make our lives easy and for us to be able to curate specific presentations to specific donors that we are approaching and to specific issues that we're tackling. We also even incorporated this dashboard to GFN survey. All food banks that are members of GFN can relate about this once a year survey that is very long, and we get to sorry. There are two reactions whenever we receive that survey. One is either we get excited about that survey, or it'll be like, that's a lot of questions to answer. But for us, since we have adapted to the GFN surveys already, so it became easy for us. So whenever we receive that survey, we just pull the numbers from our dashboard, we plug it into the survey, and then we submit, talking about making it easy for us. And with these numbers, it is helping us to understand and analyze the trends in donor donation behavior. It helps us to understand if there are partnerships that we need to revisit. Do we need to conduct some refresher training, or do we need to do some audit, or do we even have to terminate some partnerships? These numbers that are available to us are helping us make that decision. And these numbers are available to us on a monthly basis, not just for me, but for all the leaders in our organization, so that it helps them make small or big decisions on a regular basis. You see, for example, if there are donors that wants to expand their operation with us, we look at their numbers, we look at their trend, we look at their performance, and then we make a decision out of that if we're going to accommodate that expansion request, if it makes sense or not. Or if there are food partners that are requesting something from us, wanting us to do more for them, we try to look at their numbers as well, and it helps us to make a decision if we're going to accommodate that request, if it's worth it or if it's a waste of time. You see, we use data so much in our organization, and it helps us to make decisions. We never base our decisions on emotions. We base our decision on the numbers available in front of us, because you can rely on those numbers. If you rely on emotions, it's hard, it could be tricky. So that is the part on how data is influencing our decision making. Second is about donor relation management and what's the relevance of data in tackling this. And I want to cover one item in this context, and that is about long-term partnership. All of us here may be from different countries or different organizations or different backgrounds, but there is something common amongst all of us, and that is food. We all deal with food, either purchased food, rescued food, surplus food, cooked food, donated food. We are all raising food to continue to support all the agencies and communities that we are helping. But the agenda is, how can we secure long-term partnerships from our food donors? So how do we convince these brands to subscribe to that idea on investing long-term partnerships with us? How do we do that? What we need to do is to tell our results. But how do we show them, or how do we tell our results in a way that they can understand in their own language, their business language? We need to speak their language. And what is this language that we're talking about? Can anyone guess? Okay, I heard numbers, data. You see, CEOs, business owners, business leaders, top executives, when they are making long-term business decisions, even if they're captivated or heartwarming stories, at the end of the day, they're still going to look at our numbers because they're going to make an investment. They're going to give something to us, so they have to make the right choice, a smart choice. So they will look at our numbers, they will look at our trend, our growth, our impact. That's how data is important in influencing stakeholders or potential partners that would want to invest on us. You see, for example, in Thailand, data has played an important role in capturing a lot of long-term partnerships. Name all the big brands in the food industry. They're all part of the food rescue program with SOS in Thailand. Simply because we finally understood their language and we started speaking their language. Then they finally understood how to incorporate their mission, their sustainability goals, to what we do. Now they keep giving their operations to us. Go here, we'll give you this, let's do this. It has opened so much doors just by using data. That is also the reason why we were able to convince the national government of Thailand to set up a national food bank in the country. We just use our data. Now, we're revising the food donation policy in Thailand. We're also discussing about carbon credit policy. We have already signed memorandum of agreement with different ministries and different trades. You know, it has opened so much doors just by using data. Recently, I just came from Manila because we launched our operation there. And we had a meeting with the biggest city in Metro Manila, and they got convinced that we need to institutionalize food donation. You see, just by using data, we were able to convince the business sector and the government. And I don't know if you will believe, but in this context, in this kind of conversations, we never used photos of poor people in the communities lining up to receive food, or a poor child eating a food that we gave, or a video of someone from the poor community telling their stories about how difficult to secure food. We never capitalized on poverty porn. You know what we capitalized? Our data, our biggest asset. In SOS, we always say this: food is the soul of our organization. The team is the heart of our organization. Is the language of our organization. Data is so important. I hope we could embrace it. So I just finished my talk. Sorry, I'm eating some snack. I haven't had lunch. During the lunch, I was preparing. I want to do it right, I want to make an impact. Finally, tapos na. I had a blast. I had the best time at the stage. The nerve was not hitting me. I was able to say all the things that I wanted to say. Can you imagine? There was a lot of things that I prepared. I want to make sure I capture it or I cover it. And I was able to say that. Although there were a few questions that were intended to be asked na hindi na natuloy because we ran out of time, but it's okay. It could have been an opportunity for me to showcase our Food Warrior app. But yeah, it feels amazing. Thank you, Lord. God be the glory. I hope I did it right. I'm just assuming I did it right, but a lot of people approached and said I did a great job. I don't know if they're just saying that, but if it is true, then I'm thankful. That's a great opportunity. 50 countries attending this conference and so many food banks. In one country, there are many food banks that are participating. So 300 plus participants. For me to be able, or for SOS to be selected to be part of that panelist as an expert expert on data. Wow, my first time attending this conference and I'm already invited as a panelist. What a great opportunity, and I'm hoping this could open more doors for SOS. For myself, I really want to connect to the global stage because my goal is to make the story of SOS known in the world. That's my goal. We're doing something great, and I feel like it's sad that the story is contained in our country. So that's actually our goal for this year, to make the world know about our story. Perfect way to end Q1 with this opportunity. I hope everyone knows about SOS now, and it has elevated our status in the GFN network. It's just great. Thank you, Lord.
Hi everyone, nice to meet you. I'm Kirsten Born.
Permite tiene la misma nivel de instruir.
Good morning. This is my second day conference outfit. Just blazer, shirt, jeans, and sneakers. That's it. Let's go.
We are also a founding member of Fit Platformo.
Is also part of
Bueno, dos personas y yo, somos tres. Rescatamos.
So, keep forgetting to vlog during this conference. I don't know, my mind is distracted or occupied by this conference. Ayusin natin yung camera natin kasi masyadong malapit. So, I just got back to my hotel. We went out. Oh my God, what happened? Okay, sorry. I just had a catch up with the GM of Scholars of Sustenance Indonesia because both of us are attending this conference, and this is the only time we had a chance to catch up. So we just went for a coffee. Well, this is what I got as usual, since I'm not a coffee drinker, and it was a good conversation. So this is the end of the second day of our conference. So far, it's been good. I met so many people. I've learned some interesting stuff and got a chance to interact and hear different stories. There are stories that you can relate to. There are stories that open your eyes and mind into new things. So it has been very interesting. I've attended a few conferences in the past and most of them are boring. Just talk. But this conference is a lot of talk, but it's quite dynamic. They change things up, and especially when there are breakout sessions, because when it's just all talk, it's not gonna work for me. I will not absorb anything. Just to say something about what happened yesterday, it was an amazing feeling. Good thing, all the things that I tend to say, I was able to say. I just remembered everything for some reason. I felt like I had a moment because when I was talking, everyone was quiet and everyone was looking at you and everyone is just listening. So I had a moment. No one is distracting me. So my presence of mind was intact. I remember all the sequences that I put in my head to make sure that this is the flow of what I'm gonna say and how I'm gonna say it and how I'm gonna close it. And I received some applause after that, which I didn't expect. Because again, I'm seated beside Google and Mintel and me. I heard that after this, people would think that I'm an expert on data, which I don't think I am. I clarified to everyone that the work that we do with data in our foundation is just being recognized, and I'm just gonna share my personal experience. I'm not there to present myself as an expert in that, and it just feels so good. I'm just gonna be very honest about that. I'm very bad with compliments, but after the talk, it was so nice that I made an impression that there are people who really listen to me, and after that they have approached me and new people that I've never met and was expressing their appreciation of what I said, and some were really thankful because I really said those things, and there were some who really exchanged cards with me and interested to have further conversation about that. There are some that are very interested on the dashboard that I talked about. So it was really an opportunity that I have really embraced, because who knows when it will happen again? Who knows when will I be invited to talk in this conference? You never know. So I just grabbed that opportunity and make sure that I have delivered. And my goal was for everyone to know more about Scholars of Sustenance. And I think I have accomplished that. Felt like we have more people now that have more idea of our organization. And it was an honor for me to tell the stories of my team, all the work that they have done. I really like the closing statement that I said, and I'm gonna repeat it again. that in Scholars of Sustenance, food is the soul of our organization. The team is the heart of our organization, and data is the language of our organization. That's who we are. That's what I've done in transforming this organization in the past almost 3 years. All right, so tomorrow is the last day. It's only 3 days, so I'm just gonna rest again. And I've planned to do some work in the evening, but so far on the first 2 nights, I have slept early and then I woke up early and do all the work, and it has worked. So I'm just gonna do the same again. I'm just gonna rest. A little hungry because I had an early dinner because I thought I'm not gonna go out, and now I'm still awake and I'm hungry, so I might just grab some snack from the mini bar, though it's quite expensive. Anyways, I look forward to the last day of the conference. Good night. Third day, here we go. Last day of the conference.
Asuntos que nos interesan. Empezamos con esta primera sesión. Es una sesión sobre tecnología.
Along the way in terms of investing in the right things, the wrong things.
And then it was not until 2016 Tesco came into our picture.
Given some sort of startup fundings to set up some food banks somewhere.
I'm from Scholars of Sustenance Valley. My name is Ratna, and we are the Food Rescue Foundation. We are working with the hotels. The challenge is that the hotels, they don't give the surplus food because we know that we have occupancy of 70%, for example. We should donate us about 100 kg. But what happened is they only donate us 20 kg. So when we do the reporting on the monthly report, how many kg they donated, some of the executive chefs were really frightened of the GM. Oh, we waste so much food. But Bali is a conference destination. Mind you, last November we hosted more than 30,000 delegates from all over the world for G20. And we rescue about 200 kg from one hotel because they cook so much. Because they have 5-star hotels, and of course they cannot miss even a little bit of the food. So the problem is that the hotel is giving us less surplus food. Then we talk to the GM why it's happening. So the GM talked to their exclusive or the manager or sustainability manager that they should have donated more food.
So I'm still treating my wound. It's still painful. What? So I've been putting this patch from Germany that my friend from GFN has given me. It's still a little reddish, but I think it has improved now. So it's been 5 days. How I have been walking is still ika-ika. I don't know how to English that. I'm trying to walk as normal as possible, but you're trying to avoid to feel so much pain. So sometimes you adjust the way you walk. It's still hard to climb steps or stairs. So I do it one by one. Whenever I put that patch, there's some liquid that is going down. So all of my pants are stained now. So what I did was I used this to cover it because I'm wearing a brown pants. So if there's stain, it's gonna be too obvious. The other pants I've wore the other days are black pants and blue jeans, and so it's not too obvious, although I see it. And sometimes I feel there's something dripping. But I'm trying to be patient about this. My friend bought this. It's in Spanish. It's also a patch. I don't know if it has some sort of medicine included in that patch, but I have no more that German patch, and I have to put some. Okay, time to fix my wound and go back to the conference.
People for the charity, but also for the land and also for the spirit. Thank you.
Memorable experiences here in Mexico, brought to us by our wonderful partner BAMX. And in this session, which I promise will be short and it's going to be interactive so we can get our energy up for the amazing closing reception that's going to be tonight.
Today's my free day. I'm going to explore Mexico City.
You can go inside, it's free.
I just finished visiting the cathedral. I'm now going to Templo Mayor. I'm inside National Museum now. I'm here now at Zocalo. Masaya na ako nakita yung Zocalo. This is the last afternoon here in Mexico City.